Whatever that Apostle Paul wanted to do by his own feet, and he will do it in his mind first. So that is a vision. He is a visionary man. And he had a future plans. He strategized. So he said that I will come to you, for I will be going through Macedonia. I'm going to Macedonia. At the same time, I want to visit you. Definitely, I want to visit you. Once I go to KL, I will drop by Tanjung Mali. Definitely, at that particular time, I will come and visit you. So this is a plan that Apostle Paul had. So sometimes we have to ask ourselves this question. What are we planning? Have you planned anything? What are we strategizing for the future? What do we see ahead of us? These are the things that we will always ask in the beginning of the year. So, the New Year resolution always comes every year. So whether you want to adhere, you want to follow the resolution that you have is another thing. But we need to have plans for everything that we do in our family, in our church, in your work, in your study. You have to have plans. You have to strategize. You have to make full use of what you have, the resources that we have. The plan is according to your resources. The plan according to your strength. The plan, the strategy that you want to lay out will help you to see clearly the future. Right? In the church, we also know that we need to have a plan. We know that we cannot stay on to minister to each other only. We have to reach out to the people outside. So this is the strategy. This is the plan that we have. This is the vision that we want to build a church that not only for Tanjung Malim town itself, but also we will reach out to the small town and villages around this area. This is the vision that we see. So some prophets will come that this church will be a great church in the future. And there were outpouring of souls coming to this church. Yeah, we know that there are a lot of prophecies regarding our church, but we have to have plans. We need to have strategic plans so that we can work our plans out. Right? So, a church with 30 years, a church of 30 years, continue to live, continue to stay in Tanjung Malim without plan. I don't know how the church will be like in future. I believe it will stay the same thing. Right? So let us see, let us look to God for our future vision. Let's look to God that what we should do, what we are going to do for this church, so that may God's will be done on this earth as it is in heaven through the church in Tanjung Malim. So Apostle Paul has a vision to go to Macedonia, and he wants to drop by to Corinthian. He wants to visit the people in Corinthian. Right? We want to do the Lord's work in the Lord's way. To have vision. That is very important. Secondly, we say that the one who does the Lord's work in the Lord's way must not only have vision for the future, but must have flexibility, because God may change that future. Right? We need to be flexible. Even as we have plans, even as we have strategized certain things, certain plans for our church, we need to have flexibility sometimes. So in verse 6 and verse 7 it says that perhaps I will stay with you a while, or even spend the winter so that you can help me on my journey wherever I go. I do not want to see you now and make only a passing visit. I hope to spend some time with you if the Lord permits. In fact, when we look through these verses, we see that there was this little clause of flexibility in the life of Paul, that all of the visions and all of the hopes and all of the dreams and all of the plans were always predicted on the little dots, if the Lord permits. So there is a flexibility. If the Lord permits, my plans will go through. If it is the Lord's will, I will do accordingly to what I plan. Of course, in the middle of the journey, we might face some detour. We might face some problems. That there may be some delays in the middle of our journey. See, so face it. They might have some things that happen along the way, and we need to be flexible to it. Flexibility doesn't mean that when it comes, we do not need to make plans. That doesn't mean that you just sit around saying, well, I'm available, right? I wish you will do something. You will continue to strategize, you will continue to plan, and you will continue to examine and preparing. And you will do that. There will be times that it seems the church is stagnant in growing. It seems there are so many things that come to us, and we need to settle things that is imminent, that is that's the problems that come to us without our knowledge. There are some problems that just pop up, and we have to tackle it, and we have to face it, and we have to overcome it. So there are times that there are things come to us, we will have to pay a special attention to that. So that is called flexibility. And we cannot say that because we have this plan, we have this vision, whatever comes to us, just let them go. Don't bother us. No, we have to tackle the problems that come to us, and these problems need to be rectified. The sooner the better. So we have to attend to it first. So whatever that we have planned in our lives, they are bound to have some detour. Let's think about it. Let's find solution to overcome it. But don't forget that you still have a plan. You still have a vision to lay on. Right? So Apostle Paul is telling us that, yes, I'm going to Macedonia, and I want to visit you in Corinth. At the same time, if there is some things that happen, God's permit, I will do something else. I want to see that not only the plans materialize, but also we want to do it according to the Lord's way. If God's permits, and we will go through the plan. If the Lord permits, whatever that we have planned will come to pass. So this is the flexibility. The third principle, let's go to verse 7 also. It tells us that whatever we do according to the Lord's way, in the Lord's in the Lord's way, and it must do it not superficially. It needs to be done in thorough. I do not want to see you now and make only a passing visit. I hope to spend some time with you if the Lord permits. Over here we see that Apostle Paul wants to spend some time with the Christian in Corinth. And he wants to do something. And he wants to have a special time with the people there. Right? He doesn't want us to visit by passing. And he hopes that he will come and have a long chat with the people there. So there is thoroughness in the plan that he had. Whatever that you plan, there is some thoroughness in it, so that you will go through and you will easily overcome whatever difficulties that you have. Apostle Paul realized that the level of problems in the church of Corinthians demanded time. Their problems prop up from the church of Corinthians, and the problems cannot be solved just by visiting 1 day or 2 days. There will be a lot of discussion, a lot of coming together to pray and also to find out what are the problems around them. Apostle Paul was a person who did not function superficially. He's a person that demands thoroughness. He's the person who wants to complete the job, and he is the person who wants to do it right. Through many years of pastoring, I have come across with many pastors. The work that they do in the church, we can see that there is thoroughness in this work. Whatever that they do, whatever that they plan, we can see that the plans can just go through. There is completeness in that. Some pastors will come and they will cast a vision for the church. And before fulfilling the vision, before all the visions come to pass, it will just go away. So that is not a pastor need to be. A pastor or a leader, whatever that you plan, you have